Stacy, thanks for getting me a notepad for my birthday. Now I finally understand why you kept telling me not to get myself one.
Happy birthday, Uncle Jack. Since you're an adult, you can basically buy anything you need yourself, right? So I really wanted to be the one to give you something you needed for a change.
You know what they say, it's the thought that counts. I'm more than happy just receiving a present. I know it sounds a little bit strange, but since I don't have any kids myself, you're like a daughter to me, Stacy.
I also like to think of you as my second dad, Uncle Jack.
Hey, that's all fine by me, but you should probably stop saying that in front of my brother. He tends to get a little possessive and his mood ends up turning sour when you mention it.
I understand.
Anyway, how's life been lately? I heard from my brother that you moved in with your husband's parents, didn't you?
Yeah, that's right. The four of us got together and made the decision to move in together.
That's pretty rare nowadays, isn't it? I hate to be the one to tell you this, but living with other people is pretty difficult, you know? Or are your husband's parents just such good people that you don't mind living with them?
At first, when we first moved in, I was feeling really positively about the whole situation. The problem is, ever since we started discussing living together, things have felt a little off. Oh, also please don't mention any of this to Dad, okay? I don't really want my parents to hear me talking bad about my husband's side of the family like this.
I understand. I won't say a word to them. My lips are sealed. Relationships between a wife and her husband's parents can get really complicated, so I totally get where you're coming from. But if they're doing something bad to you, then that's a different story entirely.
Yeah, they can be a little aggressive sometimes, but it isn't anything that I can't handle.
Wait, are they actually saying things to you? If something is up, you need to tell me right now.
They aren't really saying anything to me like that, but maybe I'm just a little too attached to my husband. I think they might feel like I've kind of stolen their son away from them because I got married to him. Like, there are times when they conveniently only have enough food for 3, and I end up having to make myself something afterwards.
That's definitely not an accident. Who in the world do these people think they are doing this to my niece? Does Charlie not stand up for you or anything? He's your husband.
Charlie actually does stand up for me quite a lot. I wouldn't worry too much about it in that sense. Although, if they were the kind of people to be stood up to and fix their ways, then they probably wouldn't be acting like that in the first place. So, it's a little weird.
I don't know, but if I were you, I would have already been long gone. No way I would stand for people treating me that way.
Yeah, Charlie's also talking about how moving in with them wasn't the right move. The whole reason we ever did any of this in the first place was actually because Charlie was supposed to be relocated for his job, but that got postponed. And he was only told that after we'd already canceled the contract for our old house. Then his mom messaged him saying that we could live with them until it was time for us to relocate.
I mean, still, I feel like living with them is less than ideal. Are you sure you don't have any other avenues to pursue?
You're right, but his mom was really pushy about it, and she ended up crying to get her way. I was fine with it because it was supposed to be a 1-month thing, but then Charlie's relocation kept getting postponed. But we're definitely thinking of moving out soon. We are already paying enough money just living here to make rent at another place, so it seems like the obvious next step. Not that we've said any of this to his parents yet or anything.
You need to tell them ASAP. You shouldn't have to spend any more time around somebody who treats you that way.
Yeah, we're thinking of slowly pulling out, then ripping the Band-Aid off. Once we're away from them, I'm sure his mom will stop thinking about me so much as well. Sorry for ranting on and on like this. I feel a lot better now, though, so I appreciate it.
No need to apologize, I was the one who asked. You're free to rant whenever you feel the need. Take care of yourself, okay? If anything else comes up, please do not hesitate to let me know. I'm always here for you if you need me, Stacy. Stacy, when will you be home from shopping? You've been gone way longer than you should be. Don't tell me you're slacking off again. You're not, are you?
Sorry, Jasmine. I just finished shopping and need to stop by the dry cleaners before heading home.
I could have done all of that and more in less than an hour. You realize that, right? You're just useless at everything, aren't you? Not only can you not shop, but your cooking is absolutely horrendous and way too salty. Is there something wrong with your taste buds or something? Do we need to book you a doctor's appointment?
Sorry about that. I'll try to go a little easier on the salt this time.
Yeah, you better. If you fed us something that awful every day, we'd end up in the hospital before the week was over. Wait, don't tell me you made our food like that on purpose because Charlie left for that business trip. I doubt this is a coincidence. You're trying to do something sinister to me while Charlie is away so that no one will be there to protect me.
No, I would never do anything like that to you guys.
I really wonder sometimes. I feel like you've been nothing but a thorn in our side the entire time we've let you stay here. You're just brushing us off like we're trash just because we aren't directly related to you, aren't you?
I am not. I would never do something like that. Please don't say horrible things like that.
Then how about you take us on a little vacation to make it up to us? Show a little kindness and respect to your elders for a change.
A vacation? Where would you want me to take you? Not that I mind or anything, but
I was thinking someplace with a lot of nature and places where we can just relax and take a load off. We need it after everything you've put us through. I've been wanting to go on a family trip for so long. By the way, your mother made a WhatsApp account recently, right?
Yeah, now that you mention it, she did start using WhatsApp recently. What does that have to do with anything?
Her name popped up on my WhatsApp recently because I have her number saved in my contacts. That's when I found out that you guys stayed in one of your relatives' vacation homes recently.
Oh, yeah, we did do that recently. What about it?
That's when I thought about how nice it would be if we went on a family vacation there. I had no idea someone like you had a relative who owned a nice, expensive vacation home. You really have some wealthy relatives, huh?
I mean, I guess you could say that. Yeah, he has some money.
What do you say? Let us stay in your vacation home. Come on, you don't have any reason to say no, right? You'll ask your relative for permission, right?
I guess I can try asking him, but I'm not so sure what he will say. I wouldn't get my hopes up if I were you. I mean, he usually only lends it to close relatives.
Are you trying to say he wouldn't consider us close relatives? What is that supposed to mean? Your parents are just perfect in every way, and we're basically just filthy garbage. Is that what you're saying?
No, it's nothing like that. It's just that there are some special circumstances with the home. Our vacation home often gets rented out to various people, so a lot of people stay in it all the time. It isn't something that we can just use whenever we want. I'd have to ask my uncle if anyone is using it at the moment.
So, you're saying we can go as long as no one is using the house right now. That's what you're saying, right? Keep in mind this will directly impact the way we see you and how we think you feel about us, so be careful with what you do. Basically, if he doesn't let us use the house, then we will know that you really just didn't want us using it.
I don't really have any say in the matter, though.
I don't want to hear any excuses from you. Oh, also, I just remembered. Spike is getting low on dog food. Add that to your shopping list if you will. They don't sell it in stores, so be sure to stop by the animal hospital on your way home.
Isn't that animal hospital super far out of the way?
Yeah, why do you ask? Don't tell me you aren't willing to go a little extra distance for us.
Not at all. I'll be home in a little bit.
Good, that's more like it. And don't stay gone for too long. Spike is waiting for you.
Hey, Jasmine, how long do you think you'll be at the car wash? Also, I still can't find that new pet hospital you were talking about. Can you give me their number? I'll try and call them and ask about their address.
Oh, we won't be coming back, dear.
What do you mean you won't be coming back?
Have you seriously not realized yet? Oh!
I'm sorry, what are you referring to?
Doesn't it seem strange that an entire hour has passed since we left you searching for the new pet hospital? What kind of car wash takes an entire hour?
I mean, I just figured there was a long line.
Well, there was no line, and there was no car wash. We decided to go ahead and start heading to our vacation home.
Wait, you're going to the vacation home now? Don't you need the keys to get inside?
Nope, we made sure to grab those before we left too. Thanks for leaving them on the counter where we asked. Charlie's also on his way to the vacation home too. He's heading straight there from work, so you don't have to worry about him.
So you plan to leave me behind the whole time?
Of course, it's called a family trip for a reason, silly.
So you're saying you don't consider me family then?
Wives aren't considered family, are they? Are you really that dense? You as the wife should stay home and take care of Spike like a good wife should.
So that's it. If that's really how you feel, then I will do just that. I hope this makes you happy.
Oh, and don't go blabbering to Charlie about this either, okay? I'll be sure to tell him that you caught a cold and won't be able to make the trip, and he'll be none the wiser. Sometimes we just want to spend time with the family without someone else around. You understand, don't you? If you really care about us as in-laws, then you'll do exactly as I say. You care about us, don't you, sweetie?
I understand. I won't say anything to Charlie. Have a good trip.
That's a good wife. At least you can understand something that simple. Now, get started on watching Spike. Oh, and also, while you're at it, clean up around the place, too. And if you do exactly as I say, I might even think about considering you family. So make sure you be a good wife and do as you're told. Stacy, did you all make it to the vacation home yet?
Oh, yeah. I think they're just about there.
What do you mean, they? How do you and the in-laws feel about the place? Not too shabby, right? I made sure to spiffy it up just for you guys.
Sorry, Uncle Jack. I actually don't know how the home looks right now. Since I'm the wife, I'm supposed to stay home and keep Spike company. Don't worry, he's really talkative and keeps me entertained for hours. He's really got away with words.
Wait, what are you talking about? You mean to tell me you stayed home? What do you mean a wife is supposed to stay home? I don't understand what you're talking about. Are you telling me that you invited them to the vacation home, then they left you alone with the dog while they left to have a good time without you?
Not only that, but it doesn't seem like they ever planned on bringing me along, actually. Right before we were going to leave, they said they were going to stop by the car wash, so I was waiting for them to finish that up until I received a text from Charlie's mother. She told me that they didn't actually go to a car wash. Instead, they left to go to the vacation home without me and told me to stay at home to watch the dog like a good wife should.
Are you kidding me? That doesn't make any sense at all. How could someone do such a thing? Who would do something like that to their son's wife? If you weren't the one asking me to use the home, I wouldn't have even lended it to them. I can't believe this happened.
Sorry, Uncle Jack.
You have no need to apologize, Stacy. It's not your fault at all. Your in-laws are clearly in the wrong here. What in the world is Charlie thinking? What has he said about this whole thing?
Oh, Charlie doesn't know. His mother made sure that he would be in the dark about everything, so he's coming straight from his workplace to the vacation home. Also, his mom told me not to tell him anything, otherwise there would be trouble, so I haven't told him a thing. She told me that if I care about them in any way, then I wouldn't say anything to Charlie about it.
Stacy, is this really how you want things to be? Do you really think that they will like you if you don't say anything to Charlie?
Not really, but I thought it might be worth a try. I mean, we are moving out really soon, so I think I can tough it out. It's not like we'll be living here forever or anything. Plus, it's not like his parents will really listen to anything I have to say anyway. It really feels like there's no point in even saying anything to them.
Stacy, what does Charlie's dad do for work again?
He just works a typical office job. Why?
What company exactly does he work for? Also, give me Charlie's number. I want to fill them in a little on what's going on here. I feel like they deserve to know.
I can give those to you, but why do you want them? What are you planning to talk to them about?
If they're gonna do these kinds of unspeakable things to my niece, then I'm not just gonna stand by and watch it happen. What kind of uncle would I be then? I'm gonna try and stir the pot a little bit. I'll show them what happens when you bully someone relentlessly with no regard to what the other person feels. Also, it's not like any of this will really stop once you move out. Just because you move away doesn't necessarily mean Charlie's mom will just forget about you. After all, she isn't the type to let go of things like this very easily, is she?
I guess you do have a point. I think I'll actually tell Charlie myself, Uncle Jack. And I'll make sure to tell his mom exactly how I'm feeling about all this as well. I really think you're right about all this, and I think I should be the one to set things straight. I don't really think she'll listen, though, to be honest.
Even if she doesn't listen to anything you have to say, I think this is the right move. And making sure something like this can never happen again is the most important thing in all of this, okay? You don't want to leave any room for ambiguity. Man, it's really hard work, but in times like this, I'm really happy that I decided to become the president of this company.
Wait, what are you actually planning on doing, Uncle?
I won't do anything that bothers you, Stacy. I just plan to help you out a small bit with this whole situation. Don't mind me, just say what you want to say to them. Just make sure you tell them exactly how you're feeling. Don't mince words, okay? Stacy! I had no idea your uncle was the president of such a large and influential company. He's president of the company that has close relations with the company Charlie's dad works at, right? Why didn't you say something sooner?
Yes, that's correct. Why would I need to mention that?
Why would you keep such valuable information from me this whole time? If I'd known you were so closely related to such an important person, I would never have left you behind like I did.
Even if my uncle is an important person, I'm still just the wife, right? Don't worry about me, I'll be fine. After all, I'm meant to be at home taking care of the dog, right? I wouldn't want to intrude on your family trip.
Of course I'm going to worry about it. You do realize this could lead to Charlie's dad getting demoted, right?
Wow, is that true?
Charlie just got to the vacation home and told us everything. Apparently your uncle is super angry that we left you behind.
Oh, I'm really sorry about that. It seems my uncle went a tad bit overboard. Don't worry, I'll try not to let it happen again.
A little is an understatement, and this is no laughing matter. Listen, I'm sorry for everything we've done to you. So could you please tell your uncle to rethink his punishment?
You mean me ask him to do something for you guys? Why would I do something like that?
What do you mean, why would you do that? You're the only one who can ask him, aren't you? He's mad at us, remember?
I really wanted to get on your guys' good side and have been going above and beyond to try to meet your guys' unrealistic expectations. But after living with you guys for many months now, I finally come to a realization. No matter how hard I try to please you, there is nothing that I can do that will make you like me.
What are you talking about? We never did anything wrong to you, did we? It's not like I ever outwardly disliked you or insulted you or anything.
At the very least, it certainly felt that way. You constantly had me doing things you didn't want to do, and even went out of your way multiple times to make my life harder. As soon as Charlie said something about you being overly hostile, though, you immediately became even more aggressive towards me. If I'm being honest, ever since moving in, I can't remember being treated well one time. It's just been constant harassment. I figured it would be nice to get along with each other since we were already living together. I was prepared to make as many sacrifices as I needed to. But I realize now that that was an impossible goal. No matter what I do or how many times I do as I'm told without question, you guys will never like me, and I just have to accept that.
It's not impossible. What are you talking about? There were so many positive things that you brought to the house. I was actually really fond of you, Stacy, and your cooking as well. I actually really like salty food. You would always do exactly as you were told without question, even when we were forcing you to do things we didn't want to do. Even when you were upset, you'd hold everything inside and not let it out on any of us.
Yeah, that is exactly how things were. That is actually an incredibly accurate summary of how things have been recently, and I don't think I can take it any longer. I'm really happy that I could be of service to you guys over the past few months.
Come on, Stacy, don't be so overdramatic. Let's get along from now on. It shouldn't be that hard. Look, Charlie's dad is all sad and mopey now ever since he heard the news. You don't want to be the one to make him sad like this, do you? It's not like he ever did anything to deserve this, right? Think about what you're doing.
He was just doing what you told him, that's true. He certainly isn't as culpable as you are, that's for sure. But I believe that standing idly by and allowing something like this to happen is bad as well. So I don't think he is without blame by any means. He was around when all of this was going on, so he knew exactly how I was being treated.
As soon as he heard the news from Charlie, he's been scolding me about it, saying it's my fault. Have some humanity. He's usually such a nice guy, and he's told me that he doesn't want to even be around me right now. Our marriage is becoming strained because of this entire situation.
Well, all I can say is that what goes around comes around, I guess. You get what you deserve.
I acknowledge that we have done a lot of really bad things to you up until this point. I've made a lot of bad decisions, but this is too far. Listen, I'm sorry, okay? I genuinely apologize for everything. So please, please forgive me. Please don't hold this against me like this. We won't do anything like this ever again to you, we mean it. I'll do whatever you want, I swear, just name it.
I see. That's certainly an interesting proposal. If you really mean it, then will you do me a favor and mow the grass around the vacation home for me before you leave? Oh, and also clean all the windows while you're at it. They've been dirty for a couple weeks now and they're really hard to reach, so that'd be a huge help.
Wait, you want me to do all that? I don't even know how to clean windows properly. I don't even know what cleaner or rag to use. This vacation home is managed by someone who usually does all that, right? Why should I have to do all that?
You're being allowed to stay there for free. My uncle is doing this out of the kindness of his heart, and this is how you repay him for his efforts? At least do that much to help out. You owe it to him for being such a generous guy.
Fine. I'll do as you say. I'll mow the lawn and clean all the windows. You win. Once I do those two things, you'll forgive me, right? I won't have to do anything else?
Oh, also, until we move out, make sure to divide the chores up evenly instead of making me do everything. I'm tired of being forced to handle all of the chores by myself, and I'd like to have someone to share the responsibility with. Also, I don't ever want to share a home with you guys ever again. I can't even trust you guys again to be gracious or fair about any household responsibilities. So I've decided that I'm going to forbid you and your husband from ever stepping foot in our new house after we move.
Not allowed in your new house. But then we can't ever see Charlie again. How are we supposed to spend time with him then?
If you want to meet with Charlie, you can just invite him over to your house, right? What's so wrong about that?
What do you mean? There's no way Charlie would come home to see us after a situation like this. You're crazy. There has to be another way.
Maybe he won't, but you guys brought this upon yourselves. I really do not see any other way to solve this situation other than this. You guys can work out the rest amongst yourselves. It's no longer my problem.
You're right that it isn't your problem, but please, show some humanity. You know what? I'll do everything you said. I'll clean all the windows, mow the lawn, anything else you need. Whatever you need, I will do the work. So please tell your uncle that everything is fine now, okay? Tell him that we worked everything out. Please tell him that you're forgiven us for everything.
Okay, I hear what you're saying. How about this? Once you've finished everything I asked you to do, maybe I'll consider it.
Consider it? After all I've offered to do for you, you'll only consider it? You don't plan on forgiving us even after we do everything you asked?
Like I said, I will consider it. There are a lot of things I have to take into account about the situation. Oh, and I wouldn't get my hopes up if I were you.
Don't say something so heartless. You have to forgive us. I mean, we're family, aren't we?
Oh, that was a good one, Jasmine. Very funny. You were the one who said a wife isn't considered family, weren't you? Whatever happened to that?
Okay, listen, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say those things to you. Sometimes I just speak my mind too much and my emotions get the better of me. Charlie is always helping you out with everything, so I just thought I would tease you a little bit. It wasn't meant to be anything serious. I thought you knew I was kidding around. I promise those weren't my true feelings. You can trust me, can't you?
It didn't feel like a little bit of teasing to me, though. It felt like I was relentlessly being targeted and harassed and made to bear all of the weight of the household on my shoulders. None of it felt like you were just teasing me. It felt like you had a lot of hate and frustration toward me and decided that I was enough of a pushover for you to constantly take everything out on me.
I'm really sorry, Stacy. I beg of you, please help me out. Do it for us. Do it for family.
You know what? I will make a decision for my family, and that doesn't involve you or your husband. You guys are not family to me. What happens from this point onwards is completely up to your guys' discretion, but be sure to choose wisely. I can be a harsh critic when I want to be. Be sure to do exactly as I said and don't miss a beat, or you might have to face the consequences. Depending on whether or not you do what I told you to do, my view on you guys will change drastically. Basically, whether you do or don't follow my orders, I will take that as your feelings towards me. After that, Charlie's mom did what I asked her to do, and they returned home shortly after. On top of this, Charlie's mother began understanding my feelings more. Because of this, all me and Charlie ever had to do around the house was laundry and the occasional cleaning of her rooms. Every time I would attempt to make food for everyone, Charlie's mom would insist that she cook, so I let her handle that as well. My in-laws completely changed their personalities, and we were able to live stress-free with them. We were able to make preparations to move out with no issues too. I was plenty happy with just being able to speak my mind, but my uncle had different plans in mind. But thanks to him, I was able to completely change my relationship with my in-laws. I do feel like I kind of cheated, but I'm really grateful for everything my uncle did for me. By the way, my uncle never actually planned to demote Charlie's dad. He just gave a call to the president of Charlie's dad's company to give him a little scare. Charlie also seems to be content with not letting that secret out anytime soon. So I think we should be safe as long as his dad works there. Charlie will certainly be relocated by that time as well. We will be living much farther apart by then, so we're making arrangements to not have to contact his parents anytime soon. By now, I've moved out of Charlie's parents' house. I've finally begun to return to my relaxing lifestyle. Back when I was living with my in-laws, I was constantly being ordered around by Charlie's mom and didn't have any time to myself. Even still, I was trying to get on their good side. I wanted them to like me and to receive their validation because they were so closely related to my husband. However, I learned that in this world, there are some things that are just impossible. I have since restarted working at my remote job and have finally started to have more time to myself. I'm finally living the happy and peaceful life that I'd always dreamed about before. From now on, I plan to live out my days happily with my kind family and my kind husband. I will cherish every day I get to spend with my loving family, and I'm very excited to see what the future holds. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe.